Hi guys, welcome to another video. Chit chat with me. We're talking about 90s, 80s sitcom series. On to the video. Let's go. All right guys, let's do this quick, simple. Get ready with me for work. My NYX blur and my cookies and dream because I like this combination. Elf cookies and dream. I like this combination the other day. I'm doing a mixture of foundations again. I figured that by this point, the only way for me to use these foundations is if I mix them together, like I like to do anyway. It's something that I already like to do. So if I mix them, I've got a good chance of using the majority of these foundations, the ones that I like the combination to. I like when I mix it. This one, first time combination. Don't know why I'm mixing the two. Yeah. Let's go ahead and rub that in real good. Today's chit chat will be about, let's do 80s and 90s sitcom series, because I realized that for the last week and a half I watched 15 seasons of ER, and I never once turned on the actual television to the cable channels. Like I just automatically went to HBO Max and when I got home or whatever and just continued where I left off. 15 seasons. The seasons had like 22 or either 24 episodes per season. That is unheard of now, because I think now, like on series, they might have like 10 or 12, if that, episodes. My Elf Cookies and Dream. Yeah, so let's start off with the original, which would, for me, which would be The Cosby Show. I could remember being a little girl watching that show, like remembering the family coming together to sing the song for the grandparents' anniversary. Like I could remember the first time I saw those episodes. The Cosby Show was a first look into a family that wasn't struggling, a family that didn't have a drama, a family that didn't have screaming, shouting, cursing. Like it was a real positive show for Black family, as well as it had, like a lot of how do you say, multicultural. Had different ethnicities, uh, different as far as actors and stuff went, but it all played together very well. The characters were relatable, even though most people couldn't relate to, hey, your dad being a lawyer. I mean, your dad being a doctor, your mom being a lawyer, and all the kids got allowance, and all the kids could do whatever they wanted to do when they wanted to do, as long as they got their grades good, and it was always about family. A Cosby Show, for me, probably will be number one. We're not here to talk about, what happened with him, what he did. I don't know none of that. I'm just talking about the show. Next up, and I'm probably skipping a whole lot, but just the ones that stand out at the top of my head. And then the other one before that would have to be, let's just say, Good Times. Good Times showed a family that was struggling. I gotta get ready for work. I can't be talking. Let's see how quick. I'm gonna use the Yummy Skin, the Nessamite Skin Tint in the shade 12, and also the Tarte Marijuda Oil, or not all, Juicy Glow in 53N. Don't ask me why I want to use these combinations. I don't think so. I think this, hold on. Let me see the Tarte, because it's been a while. Let me shake it up right quick. It's been a while since I used the Tarte, and now I can't remember if it, in my head I was thinking like it was a matte, but I don't think it is. No, it's a glow. So I'm going to use the Tarte and then a drop of my CoverGirl True Blend in D50 foundation because this is matte. I just wanted to mix a kind of matte foundation with a dewy foundation today. That's the look I wanted to go for. So I just mixed those two together. Because if I remember, you know, the Tarte was kind of glowy. Because when I saw glow, I'm like, oh, that's not matte. So yeah, Good Times showed a family that struggled but still had love for each other, still found a way to make it. And that could also be relatable to some people. You know, they went through drama, and not necessarily drama. They went through different circumstances every show, but they somehow managed to overcome them or see the light in whatever they were going through. So that's what I got from Good Times. Next up for me would be A Different World. A Different World showed young adults in college, going through college kid stuff, getting in your typical college problems, love, relationships, friends, learning how to work a job, working, handling their responsibilities on their own. And these people were all black. So you got, hey, all black, and I can go to college and I can become this and I can do that and still have fun, still meet friends, still meet connections for life. So now today when I see like the Different World cast doing college tours and still speaking, and I hear a lot of kids saying they went to college because of A Different World. Do you know the impact that show kind of had without really trying? I wonder if that was like their intention, was to put this show out there to, I know Mr. Cosby is like a really big on college and going to college and a college education. So I just wonder if, you know, that show was put out to promote kids going to HBCU colleges, you know, for their college career. But that show, that's another show that I know from front to back. I know every episode the minute it comes on TV. Like I know what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen. Like I know that show like the back of my hand. So that is definitely one of my favorite shows. Next up, a relatable for me would be High School, and then it would be Moesha. Moesha and Sister Sister. Those were the teenage kind of shows of my generation, of people who look like me, talk like me, walk like me. You know, those shows. And right now, just thinking about it, I wonder what the kids are watching now, like teenage kids. Do teenage kids watch television? Do teenage kids watch television and kind of can relate to a series? I don't think so. They probably don't. They got Instagram and they got TikTok and they got all of that. So why bother? I need to blend out this concealer underneath my eyebrow. Yeah, Moesha used to love Moesha. Moesha and Sister Sister. You could not tell me I was not Moesha. Fun, fashion. Moesha got in trouble every episode seemed like, but that's a typical teenager. It was just her parents trying to guide her in the right steps, show her that, you know, I'm not trying to not let you do things, but I'm just showing you the right way to do things. And if you do this, it's going to be consequences to this. So I'm kind of trying to, you know, help you, you know, which teenagers don't understand when parents are talking to them and telling them, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And they're just saying their parents are old, they don't know what the parents are talking about. And the parents don't know any better. But if you just listen just a tiny bit to your parents, and when you get older, you kind of be like, dog, yeah, mom and dad was right in telling me that. I wish I would have listened then. That's normally what we all say, right? So yeah, Sister Sister was just fun. Their fashion, I still love the hats, the wide leg, bell bottom like jeans, the tops, everything about Sister Sister. This is Elf Deep Olive for concealer. The fashion and everything, oh man. And forget that, I totally forgot the main purpose of these sitcom shows is what? The theme song. Do they even make theme song? Well, I know 50 Cent for his shows, you know, his theme songs are kind of catchy. But do they even make theme songs anymore? You did not like tune into these shows late because you wanted to catch the theme song. That was the thing. You wanted to be there when the song came on, because when the song came on, you knew that, hey, this is my show. You knew the theme song front to back, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I don't know who does not know the entire Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and that was a theme song that lasted throughout the whole entirety of the show. Right? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was another show. Family, you know, doing well. That was the first time you saw a family that was rich, doing like really well, you know, but they still had problems. But even though they were like rich, and most people probably couldn't really relate to being like a wealthy family, but the problems they had were problems that were life lessons and problems that were still relatable. And to the younger generation with Will and him coming from his rap career, it just made it so fun. It made it fun. It made it hip hop. It made it street. It made it edgy. It made it, you know, what someone who was in the hip hop or the rap could look at and wouldn't feel corny. It wouldn't feel corny, right? Let's go ahead and blend out this thing. This bronzer, this concealer. I'm talking about this thing. So Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, definitely. And as you can see, the kind of theme for most of these shows are family. And I think now, like, oh, I do not like reality shows. I feel like nothing is reality with these shows. Everything is scripted, even though they say it's reality, but no, it's not. Who gets into this much drama on a daily basis? Who goes to restaurants just to pick a fight or throw drinks or find a way to get in an argument over he said, she said? And take into account, these are grown people. These are not young adults like in their 20s. These people are probably 30 plus years old. Like, these are older people. True, we go through situations every day, but the way they make it seem like it's always an issue. But I guess nowadays drama is what sells, and but it's just not for me because I can't take all the yelling, and I could really just be sitting there like, why are they arguing about that? If X would mind her business and Y would mind her business, then they wouldn't even be in this situation. And it's funny that I can see, like on social media, I'll be watching, and then one day this reality star be dating this person, and the next they're dating someone else from a reality show. And in my mind, I'm like, are they just trying to stay relevant in the reality life? Because they keep dating from show to show different people from different reality shows. I'm like, does that work? I guess it does if they keep dating these people, and they be so in love, and I don't know how. And I don't know how. Is that love, or are you just going from show to show? I don't know. And just forget the bad. No, the Bad Girls Club is the original. What is it called? Baddies. Or just forget that. That is the new craze that's going around that everybody is addicted to. Not me. I do not want to see a bunch of girls go out, go shop, come home, fight. Go out, go eat, go shop, come home, fight. That's not, gosh, that has to be so draining. Where is the lesson in this? Why is everyone claiming, oh, I'm that girl, I'm that girl. You can't beat me, I'm that girl. Let's fight right now. Let's fight right now. And it's like, why? How old are you? How old are you? If you want to fight, baby, you need to go take boxing lessons and go be a boxer. Like, who does that? I don't know. That show is definitely 100% not for me. So let's get on to, we have what? We have Martin. Martin, the comedian. Who thought that Martin would knock this show out the box? Knock this show. It had his very funny moments. Even in the serious moments, we found a way to see the comedy in it. Martin made 90s. It was urban. It was, once again, relatable for the younger generation. It was funny. Who you know besides Eddie Murphy that can play, in Robin Williams, that can play 10 plus characters per show, and all of them have you laughing, and him making you believe that Mr. Otis, the police officer, was that security guard that was going to be standing at the ATM every time, working your nerves, talking to you old, which he should be retired, but he not. He's still working. Shanae, your ghetto friend who still had feelings, but was so annoying. But once you like dug down deep, you found that she was really just a girl and loved to be a girl, and just she had feelings too. She had a funny way of showing it, but Shanae had feelings, right? Shanae had feelings. I have watched all of Martin's shows. I know Martin's shows from the first episode to the last episode when him and Gina moved to Los Angeles, because Martin got his own real syndicated talk show. Yeah, so Martin, yes. Me and my cousin, we watch Martin like all the time. I think right now we on a Martin break, but we'll pick it back up sooner or later and spin out the edges. I living single. I saw a clip the other day where Maxine was talking about the show and how they did not initially want Max's character. They felt like, because she was a high-powered attorney, they thought like she didn't fit. Well, Max said they didn't want, because she was dark-skinned, because she was a sister, they really didn't think she fit in with the other young ladies on the show. So she was originally supposed to stay in the house with Khadijah, Regine, and Sinclair. She was really supposed to be their roommate, but then they decided to move her across the street in her own apartment because someone from the show did not want Max's character. And Max's character was my favorite character. Drop down and let me know if you have a favorite character from that show. Max's character was my favorite one. I had braided my hair. I cut the back of it off. I was in high school, probably. I was in high school. I cut the back of it off because, I had hair. So my cousin couldn't braid my hair how Max's hair was, because it needed to be shaved in the back for that particular bob braided style. So I got my hair like Max. I was somewhere in high school or something like that, but it was really pretty. Yeah, but living single, 4 females, working, going through life, relationships, just from a female perspective. Because, you always get that male perspective, and it's always like, okay. And then when you finally get, 4 black females juggling love young. I guess they were young. They probably were in their late 20s, early 30s in that show. Uh, Juggling love, work, just, you never saw, up until I guess Friends came along after Living Single, you never really saw. I'm gonna take my Sasha Buttercup today because I used some Beauty Bakery the other day and that thing was strong. It's my top. Get some out. What was I saying? Yeah. Khadijah, Regine, Sinclair, Overton, Kyle. I used to love Kyle's character. Kyle's character was masculine at its finest. It was also funny. We're missing the comedy in shows that come on now. Well, I don't think no shows come on the reality shows, but we're missing the comedy, the family, the just being natural, just being real. But like I said before, I've been watching ER. Like I said, I watched all 15 seasons. And then once I finished that, I went to, because my friends or somebody online probably said, watch Grey's Anatomy. And I'm just here to tell y'all, for the younger generation, if you did not watch ER, you'll see that Grey's Anatomy has nothing. When I say nothing, nothing on ER. Like, I watched 15 seasons. Sure, I went to sleep on some episodes, but I already know the episodes I already watched. I already saw them. Nothing. It wasn't just about a hospital and patients coming in. It was how the doctors and the nurses connected to these patients and how their outside lives and what they had going on their outside. That show, the drama in that show is unmatched. Like, if ER received any awards, trust me, they deserve every award they ever received plus more. That's how I feel about that show. I love. I remember when DVDs were in. Is DVD still in? People don't buy DVDs. I had all the episodes, all the DVDs, and they would come in books. Like, the DVDs for the seasons would come in books. So, like I said, it's like 22, 24 shows. Like, they would be like 6 or 7 DVDs in the book. I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer to do my eyelids. Yes, I love that show. ER, yeah. Where are we now? I'm trying to think, y'all. I'm trying to think. I don't want to leave and nobody out. I don't want to leave anyone out. So let me see. We did Fresh Prince. We did Living Single. We did Martin. Family Matters. Family Matters was another late 80s, early 90s. I'm actually watching that now. I just really just put on shows to go to sleep because I already know the show, so it's just background noise for me. I'm one of those people that don't sleep in the dark. If you sleep in the dark, I think you're strange. Like, I don't want to be in a quiet room. I'm sorry. If I am asleep in the minute the TV is on a timer and it goes off, like, I'm up turning it back on. Like, I hear better with a noise. I hear everything with a noise. I cannot sleep with no TV off. Like, I tell my coworkers that all the time. Like, we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago and they were saying some of them sleep with the TV on, some of them sleep with the TV off, or with the light on, or with the light off. I'm like, I don't sleep with a light on, but I gotta have some noise. Let's see. I know that I'm doing, yeah. I'm gonna take this Glam Light Street Tacos palette. This is, I guess we're shopping the stash today, because who knows. I'm gonna take Carne Adesa, this shade right here, and put it in the crease. I'm gonna put that in the crease. Let's see. What other shows, y'all? What other shows, like, and it be, I said Family Matters. Okay, oh, we were talking about Family Matters. How can I Family Matters? So you had another family, a little, probably, they were probably like a middle class family. Laura Winslow, Eddie Winslow, you know, Judy, she got canceled off the show. She went upstairs and never came back. You got Rachel and her son, which is Harriet's sister, Rachel. What was the son name? Stevie. I forgot the little boy name. And Carl, and then the mama, you know, Mother Winslow. I just was looking at it this morning. I'm like, why are they calling her Mother Winslow? Not Mama Winslow, but Mother Winslow. Yeah, so, oh, I cannot think of that little boy name. And it's like, and of course, you had the star of the show, which is Steve Urkel. Unheard of. A nerd stole the entire show. And who would have thought? Like, I really couldn't remember what happened in the end. Because, you know, at a certain time, if you're not really vested into a show, once the seasons change, you kind of, if you're not really in love with the show, you kind of like miss the last seasons of it. So I couldn't remember what happened. So probably about some years or so ago, I finally watched the end to see what happened when Steve and Laura were engaged and were going to get married. I don't know if they did, but I know he got a job at NASA, which was his dream job. Yeah, I know Steve always wanted to be a scientist, and his inventions and all of that. So he was able to go into space and everything. So he got his dream job. But that is so crazy, right? Laura was determined her whole life that she did not like Steve. She did not love Steve. Steve got on her everlasting nerves. But Steve stayed on Laura. Her entire life, Steve knew that they were destined to be together. Steve was probably like, yeah, Laura, you can say what you want to say, but we're going to be together. You just don't know it yet, but I know it. Okay? I know it, Laura. So yeah, they eventually got together. What else? What's another show, y'all? I'm trying to think, 'cause I'm gonna be mad. You got the Hanging with Mr. How can I talk? Hanging with Mr. Cooper. You know, I remember the beginning shows of that, not necessarily the entire show. Remember that, the base of the show. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Let me take this. I don't know what's on it. Just don't want to go up too far. Oh, one of my favorite family shows, which I know still watch from time to time, is 227 with Mary, Rose, Sandra, and Pearl, and Lester, Brenda, Calvin. See, when you can remember the actors' character and their names, oh yeah, that was your show. I'm gonna take this kind of peachy, orangey, glittery shade, and that's what we're gonna put on there. And that was your show. Another family show. Mary did not play funny. Like when somebody say the queen of snapbacks come back. Oh yeah, that was Mary. Mary had something for you every single time. Every single time. Mary was not gonna let you get one up on her. Between her and Pearl. Well, that's a different kind of shade. Okay. Because it look like it have a little yellow in it as well as the orange. A little yellow and orange. Like if you look one way, it'll look this color. If you look another way, it'll look that color. Okay. Oh, don't forget the Jeffersons. Oh, even though that's like a 80s show. The Jeffersons? That's another theme song. We're moving on up to the east side. He finally got a piece of the pie. George. George had a heart too. George was hard on the exterior, but he was soft in the interior. George had a heart, but George was firm. George was like, look, I made it. I got my family out of wherever we were. My wife, Weezy, got a penthouse. Weezy don't have to work. Weezy was sick of George. George was sick, man. Then when the housekeeper came, which was Mary, what's her name? I start with an F. Oh, Florence. When Florence came over, oh, that did it for the show. But I was so shocked because take the same color. Because Weezy said that, they didn't have a final episode. They didn't tell them that they were going off air. So I need to go and like find out what was the last show, or did it like look like they were going to do another show, or how did it end? Because I can't remember how that one ended. Yeah, I can't remember how that one ended. George, cleaning business. They had their neighbors, which was, I want to say, the neighbors, Lenny Kravitz, the mom, but I want to say, what's his name, Willis? Or am I I don't want to get, No, that's crazy. I can't remember the name. What was his name? It's gonna come to me. Time I click out this video, I can't remember. But yeah, you had the interracial couple, which was their best friends. They was saying they wasn't, but they were George. George a hater. George didn't know that was his best friend. And George gave that man heck. Okay. Let me do a liner. I'll be right back. Okay, let's do a lip while we waiting on lashes. I'm gonna take a little bit of gloss. And I know I'm gonna use that matte lip liner. Where we stopped at, different strokes. You got different strokes. This is stiletto matte lipstick from Makeup Revolution. You got different strokes with this white guy adopting two black kids from the hood, and he's very well off. Mr. Drummond, Willis, Arnold, and Kimberly is his daughter. And initially, it not gone out so well, but that was another one that I can remember watching. I don't remember the older episodes, but I remember like the beginning episode. It was probably some years ago or a year or so ago that I stumbled upon a clip on YouTube of the episode where Kimberly and Arnold got kidnapped. You talk about something was scary. Something was scary. I immediately texted my cousin. I told him, I'm like, did you ever see the episode? I was so scared watching that. Like, I was on the edge. And mind you now, this is a 80s, late 80s show. And I was on the edge of the bed looking at that episode. I'm like, oh my gosh, they got kidnapped, and the guy was so creepy. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. So when you have shows like that, I'm gonna take a little bit of RCMA no color powder. When you have shows like that that can pull you in without even trying to pull you in, then you have already won. You have already won. Like, that was an episode I obviously did not see. Matter of fact, another just recently, I was on Instagram or something and stumbled across the Punky Brewster. Oh, I used to think I was Punky Brewster. I love Punky Brewster. Or her hat. I remember mom brought me some high top sneakers like Punky Brewster. I used to love those sneakers. You hear me? But when her friend, they stayed in a foster home or whatever, and her friend they were playing hide and seek, and the friend hid in the refrigerator, and the door, stuck or whatever, locked, and the friend couldn't get out. I couldn't watch no more. I had to hurry up and turn it off because I would hope that she got out the refrigerator, but I was like, oh, this is too much. I could not take it. I couldn't. I'm like, oh my gosh, get her out of the refrigerator. But they didn't know she was in there. What was her name? Penny? What's her name? Penny? And she was screaming, help me, I'm in here. When they walked off, she was like, I'm in here. Somebody get me out. Oh, no, Penny. So when I told my cousin that, he was like, yeah, I think that was when they made the law or whatever that the refrigerator can't lock from the inside. You have to be able to open it from the inside or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay. Oh, thank you. You never think as a child, oh, I'm gonna just get in the refrigerator and play hide and seek, and I'm gonna get stuck in the refrigerator. So yeah, he was like, you can't make a lock for a refrigerator in the inside anymore. I was like, thank you. Watching that episode, like, I want TV shows to make me feel a certain type of way, and not just with reality shows to make you angry, to make you fuss and fight and feel mad all day because you don't watch these people have arguments over nothing. True, they have situations where they're getting married or they're getting divorced, but it's always some drama behind it. Like, I don't know. Let me put on these lashes, put on my clothes, and then I'll be back because I am for time. Okay, let's get us a little. I'm gonna take this shadow and use it as a lipstick. Or palio. Palio. I'm gonna take this shadow right here and use it as a lipstick. Wasn't what I was going for, but we are here none the same. Take a little bit of my Nude Mood Wet n Wild gloss. Y'all, I made some curry chicken, and that's what I'm taking for lunch today. I made it for dinner, and that was my first time ever making it, and it actually came out good. It was spicy, but it was good. Yeah, but it was good. Just a little gloss on that. The gloss will die down, and then the lips will be not an uncomfortable type matte look. I can't remember. I know I didn't. I can't remember if I dust or not. I'm gonna spray. And that's it, guys. Just sit down and talk to you guys about things that I like, which you can see I really love 90s, 80s sitcoms versus me talking about makeup all the time, just to give you an insight of my life and just to talk about different things. Yeah. If you enjoyed today's video, please give my video a like. It really helps my channel out a whole lot, and I'm out of here. Peace out. Bye, y'all.